All right, either way. So that's what we got going on today. Oh, trip over the box. That wouldn't be good, but yeah. So anyway, I got a call. Lady is complaining about her vehicle, and I run my scans on my Altel Max. Let me show you. So that is, I'm right now reading live data, but the problem is here. Generator L circuit short to ground. And you see that? So this is what I'm gonna do. Start to back up for a second. Make sure I'm clear up there actually first if I do that, but yeah, I'm good. Everything up out the way, always make sure. But let's see. So there we go, dead battery now. That's how that happens. Something's going on. It just started a second and it feels like the starter's locked up. It won't even start right now. That's insane. So problem is this, I can tell you right now. Very odd code too. Not really getting much of anything. But this car is dear as the door now. I just let it run shortly too. You see right there, it feels like we got more power all of a sudden. It's so weird. Not anymore though. So that's not gonna let me crank it over. So what's going on is, hey, we got some wires touching in here somewhere, or we actually have a bad alternator. But I can smell it. I told her when I first got here, I said, look, it's like when I first got here, I'm like, she kind of explained it to me, you know, I didn't know. I literally go down like, I can smell the alternator burning. And so crazy as I wanted to start it, it is really hot. So let me show you something. It is so smoking hot. Watch this. I almost spit on that real quick. Oh, I didn't do it that time. A second ago, it was like sizzling. So these wires are really hot to the touch. It could very well be something touching, but that is such a strange, it's so hot, really hot. So really what I'm going to recommend doing is, probably should recommend us putting on a new alternator because of that guy. It has gotten so hot. I mean, it's still hot, not like it was, but it's super blazing hot. It's messed up the internals regardless, even if I can get some more life out of it. But the crazy part is that this car will run, and it runs perfectly fine. So this is what, when I first got here, I just let it run with the AC on, no problems at all. The second I shut that car off, when I restore it. So the way GM does it is they have this L-terminal, which is actually, can be your computer a lot too. Let me show you his computer. It could be that, a lot of times that could be an issue. But I'm gonna run my probe over this, okay? And I'm actually going to try to test it to see if I can find anything going on. I don't like some of these wiring on these cars. They're really exposed. Like right here, we got a really exposed wire. Let me show you. Right here, you got a really exposed wire. It's kind of just hanging on for dear life. So you really need to check over the wiring good. But overall, we have to get a new alternator. Whenever you're hot, or positive terminal is that hot, you got some type of connection issue going on, or a faulty alternator. So what happens, instead of it generating the power, it's not generating it and helping the car maintain power. It's just frying this battery. It's getting so hot from this positive terminal. It was probably at least, I'd say, you still can't touch this all the way with your bare hands. I mean, I can because I've done this so much. It's pretty hot still. It's cooling down now. I can't get it to restart though. I wonder if I can jump it over. If I jump it over, I can probably rule out the problem with the starter. Could be, because it could be another issue. Like I said, I haven't quite got done doing diagnosing. I just wanted to quickly update where I was at with that. So I took the battery off. Always check for corrosion. These look good. I don't see anything, you know, visually that is touching or looks bad. Except for this box right here, it's very loose, kind of hanging on for dear life, and then it's alternator here. But the main thing is to smell right away. Whenever you smell that smell, you know you got an alternator issue or the actual. Sometimes you can just replace this unit here. And I see a lot of people say replace the outer piece and slap it on there. No, whenever your alternator gets to this temperature, it's an issue. So you might as well go ahead and put a new alternator in. It's not the hardest one to do. You just basically pull this right out. But yeah, I was just so surprised. I thought the car was gonna fire back up. It just literally ran for a good while, no issues. No battery lights, had the AC on and everything while I was looking at it. And now it just won't start. So I'm still gonna get my jump box out. Let me try that real quick. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna show you. What blows my mind is this. I got it. Oh, way down the hole over here. I got it. So, here's what I don't get. You can hear that thing kick out on the starter. Should be plenty of power to start this car. I don't think, you see how bright the lights are? So some type of wiring issue probably going on. I can't 100% say the alternator's bad in this thing because I'm not done diagnosing it, but this is the thing. The alternator, I mean, the battery's blazing hot. Everything going from is hot. So it'll take me some more time to diagnose, and I'll update you here in a few when I figure this out. I just figure I wanted to go in and get a video out real quick. And then we'll see if it'll jump start over. If not, then usually it's the wire going to the starter from the battery. There's a couple different options. So I can feed this power and kick it over. Probably won't. I don't think it will, but worth a shot, right? All right, see if I can start now when I'm feeding power. If it does, great. That means, I don't know what that means. Yeah, see, it's not the. Oh, there we go. That was really weird. So it's definitely a wiring issue, 1000%. I don't even, but you can see, I'm gonna show you how hot this thing's getting. So I can actually, one thing too, I can check for the L-terminal right here. Do you see that? So right now the L-terminal is okay. Do you see that L-terminal engine? A single command right now is on. Internal circuit short to ground test status is okay, but the L-terminal circuit open test status has not run. See that? When I shut this car back off, though, it's going to be an issue. Let me show you how hot this battery is. I'm going to take this off first. This is never good to leave it on. That's the reason why this car started, believe it or not. So there's definitely an issue with the charging system. Starter possibly and charging system. I don't know. Very odd codes, very odd operation. A PCM could do this, ECM could do this. Sorry, something along those lines. I'm not 100% familiar with the Chevy itself, but you know what? Let's do an alternator check real quick with my little computer. That's one thing I love about my little computer. But you know what? I can also, before I do that, I can still run one more test, I believe, with my other computer. We'll do my test with my Alto real quick. Flip you around, and we'll see if I can actually get a code while it's running, because it's going to get hot quick. Get the AC back on. You can see what I mean. It's not really hurting anything. With the AC on and everything, we're fine. Right now, we look good. So let's get off of here. We're going to go back. 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 We're going to run the live data again. I can run all this stuff here. So, here, the fan's kicking on. It doesn't like it. So, make it as quick as I can. No. Yeah, I can smell it way in the car. We got to hurry this up. Clear this off. Oh, let's try. Just trying. Okay, trouble codes. That's clear. See, we got trouble codes now. Should have that L-terminal code pop back on. And just triggered it. May not do it. It should be in as a history, though, I would hope. Current. Let's see. Yep, there we go. That's the problem. Pass and fail. So, hey, I'm going to show you how this is getting quick. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to back off. Escape all the way. I can smell it. So I got to rock and roll. We'll just go ahead and clear this off. I don't have time to even screw around right now. I got to get this alternator test done quick. How am I going to do it with this computer? I can smell that smell. It's stinking. Power off the computer. Okay, let's pull this off over there and we'll get the other computer in real quick. Do this alternator test. We're running out of time. It's got to be a ground wire. It's getting so hot right now. I got to make this quick. I can smell it back here, and that's never good. Something's melting. It smells like it really badly. So let's go ahead and get a quick alternator test done. Sure, I can't see anything visually melting while that computer's turning on. That wouldn't be good. I can smell it acting up quickly. Now, watch this real quick. Watch. See that smoke come over there? No. Let's spin on a little bit more. See that smoke? How hot that wire is getting? Can y'all see that? I gotta make this kind of quick. Here we go. Definitely be bad. That's usually gonna be some type of connection issue. Starter, ground wire. Something's definitely making contact. You got to get in there when you have to do wiring on this car. But I want to get in and get these tests done while I can. So, right now, we're going to go. This computer's not even pulling up. We're going to do a battery alternator test. All right, there we go. All right, battery test. Let's shut this AC off while we do the test. All right, AC off. Turn the lights on, it says. Lights on, okay. For the alternator test. All right, there we go. Let's get it going. So we're at 12.700 volts. Not nearly enough. But is that what's making all these issues? I don't know. Let's go to test back. Let's wrap this thing up, see if we can get the test read higher real quick, and then we'll go ahead and when we do the, I'm probably going to recommend, I'll tell you in a second what I recommend. See, we're putting out decent voltage. All right, so we're at 2,000 volts. So that's not bad. I think the alternator may be okay, but why is it getting so hot? I don't know. I'm going to do a little research. I'll have an updated video. I don't want to tell anybody something wrong. Very odd. I've had this happen on one other vehicle. It was a Jeep, actually. Should test good. Yep, alternator is good is what it's saying. So that's what the strange thing is. That's why I said I gotta finish the diagnosing. We have a wire touching issue going on for sure. We'll go here and just check me one more time, see how hot we're getting up here. But yeah, I mean that's really get that. Very odd. Well, not as hot as we were. It's just gotten so hot now it ain't gonna smoke no more, I think it is. You ready? See that? How it's smoking? So I'm gonna cut this off because I definitely smell. Hard to test things when this car is off. Something tells me this car won't restart again if I shut it off. So we're going to try that real quick. Like I said, the alternator tests good. So let's go ahead and shut it off. See if it'll just fire back up. Bet you it won't. Oh, it did that time. Very odd. I wonder what. Let me just move it a hair back and forth. I wonder if it's something to do with how that thing is touching. So the L-terminal basically is kind of showing. It's telling you something else is going on. Now, I did do this earlier when I was out here messing with things. I did touch some of the wiring, so it could be me having possibly got it to make contact and causing issues. So right here, I was messing with this. Right here, I was pushing on this guy here, pushing on this guy here. So it could be a bad pigtail here. That makes sense. So when I hit it earlier, just kind of gently loosen that up. But we'll do gently loosen that guy up right there. Then we'll see if we have an issue then, okay? Remember over here too, I was messing with this one guy here. There's only two wires I played with the second one. Let's gently loosen them back up and see if this could act up now. We pulled it back off there a little bit. Let's see if we can get a restart. Now it could just be running directly off that battery. And guess what? The alternator is acting up. And it's running directly off the battery. That's when it's going to overheat like that and act up. So this is a Chevy Malibu LTZ actually. So I can't get it to replicate it again. This is what's so hard about working on cars. You can't, especially a lot of cars. You have some problems like this. You just want not act right. So I'm gonna have to take the power probe out. This is gonna take a good while to diagnose properly. But I don't need to do anything else today. I know what I need to know, and I know she can't drive it. So I'm gonna show it to the customer. Let her know what's happening. Get my mini computers out of here. Like 10. But yeah, this is the thing. So whenever you get an issue like this, don't always jump right to conclusions. Like I 100% thought alternator myself. Boom, get that done. And it's usually not good. More than likely could be an alternator. But probably not. Time before this happened, changed lady's alternator did fine, but her car had been in a wreck. So I can't say that 100% fixed it because you know what? The lady never paid me and she never called me back. Happens sometimes. But she was really happy. She didn't have a lot of money. I kind of let it slide. I didn't make a big deal about it. You know, still not the cool thing to do. But hey, you know, it was certain circumstances in that, not related to me, that I will let stuff like that slide. One being, when you're working as a mobile mechanic, you can actually see stuff sometimes that you wish you didn't see, is all I'm saying. So, not the best job, and I'll let that slide. Figure that lady needed her money to get out of whatever situation she was having with, you know what. So I'm gonna leave that be though, because it's none of my business. But I feel bad for her. So that was a long time ago. This young lady right here though, I just met her. Very nice. And I need to figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna have to get the power probe out. I'm gonna have a part 2 on this, because I cannot sit here and guess what this is. This is something that's going to take some time to diagnose and get it right. You don't want to get this wrong. That's the thing. You do never want to get one of these diagnostics wrong. These parts are highly expensive now, especially an alternator. You're talking about easily $700 job probably. Anyways, what are you guys saying? Okay. Your favorite of the three? Oh, it's my favorite. Of course, a Mustang. Come on. I'm a Ford guy. Of course, a Mustang. 8-cylinder, 6-speed. Yeah, always the V8 Mustang. Favorite vehicle ever made. I used to own one, actually. And, yeah, I loved it. It was 2016, I believe it was. Yeah, it was in 17. Right when they started going from the curved body style on that Mustang. That's what I owned. kind of curved over from the, the classic to the old Shelby. Yep. What's up, James? Anyways, so do y'all really understand what I'm saying here? So I believe with all this stuff that's loose here, let me show you. We got a bunch of loose stuff here. Airbox is falling off. Could be one of the wires down here touching, wiggling around. And you can see it's been getting pretty hot. Can you see that melting down there? Bell looks okay. I want to check all this one day and get it off. Coming up, they have to do all this stuff, but it's melting. It's really hot. Like, this is real hot too. Not as hot as this, but something probably to do with this. I bet you if I try to restart, let me just give it a few more whacks. I have a feeling it could just be this pigtail right here. I actually had my hand in there earlier. Let me see if I can. If it's just a wire loose on that pigtail, it would definitely open the circuit. So I reach down there and we'll wiggle the wires to see if we can loosen them ourselves, okay? And replicate the issue. But over here as well, we also wiggle down here. Up here around this, everything connects here to stuff like that too. This all connects, so any of these wires that are loose could cause an issue. And the same over here. Wiggle these wires and see if we can replicate it, right? Same here, because I think earlier I created the car not to start. This is really hot. This wire is really hot right here. And even this wire, pretty hot, so not as hot. So mainly it's just this here. All this wire here, run all the way down here, hot, 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 hot. So right in here, we actually have a hole, not as hot. Let me see. No, but this one. Oh yeah, hot, hot. Sorry about that. That's definitely hot. Okay, so that runs all the way down here. You just trace your wires. That'll be done with the probe here in a few. So we trace the wires. Okay, one thing too. Don't ever hold keys over a car like I said, because I have dropped a pair of keys in a car for a customer down right here, I believe it went. It took me 6 hours to get the key back because you can't get into this car. It's the same car actually. Similar car, very similar, but right down this hole. Right here. So keep the keys away from the car. Anyway, I'm going to try a few jiggles of these wires. And I'm going to go home, check on my program. More likely it's going to be the starter wire going down here. I have known problems. It runs down to the starter. And that's usually what these L codes are. Right there could be enough to ground and cause a problem. It's just the connection right there even. I'm just trying to replicate this problem. See if we can get this thing to do it again. But yep, definitely odd. All right, a couple more. All right, let's go ahead and try to start it to see if we've got any luck starting it one more time. Then we'll let her know what's happening. But yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe if you haven't. Like and subscribe to the page for more live auto repairs. Let's see. I got every time. So weird. Y'all saw that one time. It just locked up on me. So, yep. Very odd. Something. So it's fired right back up. So all I know is this. It's so hot. All I know is that something is touching it that shouldn't be. It's a computer issue. It's a PCM issue. I don't know. I cleared the code, so I don't have any computer codes for a computer. The only thing it could really be would be a wiring problem. So, or something's touching. It shouldn't be. It's one of those cases that it's going to take me a while to diagnose. And I will have an update. I will do a follow-up video no matter what, because I love ones like this. They get exciting. See how quick that fan's kicking on too, but it doesn't run all the time. So it could be many different wires. I'm gonna shut that door all the way. Whenever you're having a computer issue, you have other issues too. But anyway, let me update this customer what's happening. And I'll try to see if I can't replicate it. But I do know we have a problem with the L-terminal. A lot of times you can get away with just changing the outside of this guy, but I think it's something they just started down there. So we'll have to get it up in the air, get underneath it. In this case, get underneath it, wiggle up in there, try to fix it. But mainly, I'm going to take my power probe and make sure all the bolts, everything checks out. You know, when it's running, when it's not running. And see what is causing this, because it just doesn't make sense as of right now. But I do have a program I can get on my home. It's called Direct Hit. I use quite a bit. Nice program. Very helpful to have. Comes in handy for stuff like this. So what happens is, give a shout out to them guys. Direct Hit. The mechanic, I'm sure you've used it. It basically, sorry, I'm looking at the phone. Yeah. Basically, shop fixes something, you know, I can look it up, pay for a monthly, and you can put in your repair versus other mechanic repairs. I have a feeling this will be right on there. I don't have my computer on me to look it up. and I'm doing this, so I can't. But yep, the relay. I'm just checking these out. Of course, first things first, I'm gonna go over all these fuses again. I have already, but all these fuses are good. That's way too hot. Let's see how hot it is now. Yeah, it's really hot. That is really hot. Now. It's so weird is that now it's not smoking like it was a second ago, is it? Maybe whatever it was, I was able to free it up and with wiggling on it. This is so weird. So I'm trying to, oh, it's super hot still though. Something I do, I think, with that pigtail. If I had to put my money on it, I'm saying that this wire right here is causing this. That's what my power probe is going to be the next. I can actually evaluate this properly. I think somebody has looked at this already, if I can recall properly. But, ow, hot. Yep, so really hot, really hot. As you can see, that goes right down to the starter down there. Yep. So something's going on. Wiring, but the best thing is, like I said, you always want to get in there and check out your information online. Not online, but on that program I use. Identifix Direct Hit. That's what it was. So I can label creating a delayed start. Maybe the beginning signs of it just isn't showing up on yet. A lot of things. But anyway, I'll be back. Peace. Yeah. Okay. Just had to make sure it was both of them that was really hot. That was funny though. It was really. Okay, you can touch it one more time. Making sure how hot it is. Yeah, that was. I'm trying to see if there is a difference in the heat between. This is old school, right? We don't need a power probe if we can just do this. That one's hot. They're both really hot, both of these guys. So don't do that at home. And what's so crazy is these get shoved in here in this little box like this, and it goes up in here like that. So I can't help with keeping these wires cool. Yeah, I think I'm good on touching the wires there now. But I'll let the customer touch it. I'll be like, hey, you want to touch this? First time it's happened, I burnt my hand so bad when to take the bolt off, and I didn't realize it was that hot, and it burnt my hand. Always be careful touching stuff. All right, so let me go get her. That was funny. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Don't try that at home. It's very hot. My hands are used to that. But anyway, I'm going. Take care, and I'll see you next time.